Hi folks, I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. We have some interesting news to report out of Minnesota, where the notorious Minnesota Horse and Hunt Club, located in Prior Lake, has been sold. Minnesota Horse and Hunt is a canned hunt club, and I expect it will remain so, but it appears that two especially atrocious events may end. The first is the annual Ducks Unlimited live pigeon shoot. This cowardly, unsporting slaughter was held as a fundraiser by the Prior Lake chapter of Ducks Unlimited. We first exposed this spectacle ahead of what would have been the 2014 event. Our exposure led to Ducks Unlimited canceling the event, and we gave Ducks Unlimited credit for doing the right thing at that time. But in 2015, Ducks Unlimited caved to its most cruel and unethical members, continuing the slaughter every year thereafter. We took every opportunity to expose Ducks Unlimited as not a conservation organization, but instead just a bunch of thrill-killing yahoos blasting away at birds tossed up in front of them. The other event was a so-called hunting tournament, which was the brainchild of club owner Bill Urseth. Urseth tried to sell himself as a great white hunter type, but he was just a guy with too much time and money on his hands. Urseth traveled the country, mainly paying guides to take him somewhere to kill animals. Most, if not all, of his experiences were in canned hunts, meaning the animals weren't wild and the hunts weren't fair chase. Real hunters made fun of Urseth, but he was shameless. His movies he made of his killing were loaded with made-up scenes that would make any reality TV producer blush.
Each day, the boar makes his way through an oak stand full of the acorns, that are the pig's favorite food. If he stays true to form, and if Bill really humps it, he has a chance to outflank him and set up for a shot.
Yeah, we're going hunting. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shark drones regularly recorded very disturbing behavior at the Minnesota Horse and Hunt Club. Seems it was the place for Midwest psychos. The cage-raised animals were fed and cared for by humans their whole lives. As a result, they were so tame in the field, the fake hunters had to kick them to make them fly. These psychotics would often throw wounded birds into the air to shoot them again. They literally beat the animals to death because, being fake hunters, they didn't know how to quickly kill an animal. The cruelty and incompetence was off the scale. The unrestricted abuse of animals left the club's members thinking they could get away with such abuse to shark investigators. Club owner Bill Urseth didn't hesitate to assault a woman right in front of a female police officer.
You get that out of here. Get
Sir,
the picture out.
No. She can film.
No,
right
she
now.
can. No, she
Yes, I am on a public easement.
She cannot take a picture of me.
Sir,
She cannot.
sir, you don't have to be right in front of her.
No,
She can,
you get-
sir.
Fortunately for Urseth, Scott County's sheriff's deputies are well trained to ignore the law-breaking of local animal abusers, and Urseth was not charged. This guy thought he could use his vehicle as a weapon of intimidation. It took weeks of prodding, but the Scott County District Attorney finally charged this guy, who initially claimed he was not guilty. He actually tried to blame his dog for what happened. In the end, however, he changed his plea to guilty. The Minnesota Department of Natural Resources refused to do anything about even the most egregious animal abuse. Instead, the DNR posted officers as security guards for these psychotic incompetents. There were some people who did the right thing. Corporate sponsors of the club's ridiculous hunting tournament did withdraw when faced with the ugly truth of what was going on. Those companies included Carrier Corporation, Nutrisource, BMW of Minnetonka, and a number of other local companies. One company refused to withdraw, and in fact, refused to ever say a single thing about the cruel and cowardly abuse of these animals. Camping World, which is owned by Marcus Lemonis, known on television for his show The Prophet, sponsored this horrific abuse and ignored our repeated efforts to talk to anyone in Lemonis' company. Lemonis has tried to make a name for himself by hoisting ridiculously large American flags at his dealerships. Interestingly, when we showed up to his headquarters with an American flag, Lemonis called the police.
Yeah, they didn't say you guys were in anybody's way or anything. It was just that you guys were unwanted, that's all.
So much for the phony patriotism of this disgusting supporter of animal abuse. And by the way, if you look Marcus Lemonis up on Google, you'll see that he has been accused of, and in some cases sued for, ripping people off. AirVuz, a company that follows drone-related news, did a story about Shark's efforts at the Minnesota Horse and Hunt Club and produced a mini documentary, which you can see by going to the link in the description section of this video. We can't say for certain that the new owners of the Minnesota Horse and Hunt Club will permanently abandon their worst practices. We wrote to them, but they apparently don't want to communicate. That's okay, we understand. They're afraid of us. If I was a phony hunter, a canned hunter, I'd be afraid also, because we can show the world who they really are. But the new owners of the Minnesota Horse and Hunt Club can bet that if they go back to a Ducks Unlimited slaughter or their idiotic tournament hunt, they'll get Shark in the deal. I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel to see more of our investigations and learn what you can do to help Shark help animals. If you'd like to support Shark directly and gain access to exclusive content, please consider sponsoring us on Patreon.